What's up, everyone? This is the Raw Truth coming at you with another video. And in this video, you see the meme right there, right? See how Tariq Nasheed is holding his hands and how he's giving out his signal. I will get to that later on. But one thing that I've been talking about, and I noticed that this Boule series that I did is just, it's off the fucking chart. I am so amazed how so many people are waking up to the fact of the Boule, what they mean, what Boule means, and who's part of it. And I did a little series on Polite, exposing Polite, Serenetta, Umar Johnson as Satanists, Freemasons themselves, and they're part of the Boule themselves. I showed it through Polite wearing his Freemason garment, and also ran a video where it shows Polite, or actually out of Polite's own fucking mouth, he admits that he is a Mason and that his black and white checker jacket is a Masonic jacket. So, and I also showed you an image of both Serenetta and or Sonetta, however to pronounce it, and Umar Johnson holding up the 666. And it just took me by surprise just to see over 4,000 views on Boule 1, and the other two Boules has done over 1,000. One's about to creep over 1,000, and waiting for a couple more to rise over 1,000. But folks is waking up. And I spoke in that series when I exposed Polite, Sarnetta, and Umar, and I let everybody know that the pro-blacks has already been infiltrated. Just like the Black Panthers was infiltrated, so is the pro-black movement. They just, every single leader and every single person that is in the light, in the limelight, showing themselves, they are the ones that has been propped up. So they actually work for our oppressor. Now, I know what people are going to be saying, well, that's not true because they do a lot for black folks. Well, that's one of the charters, or one of the rules in the Boule, is that you have to appear to be about your people. But behind closed doors, in secret, you're not about your people. And as a matter of fact, you advise the white man on ways to oppress us even more. And so when you looking at Tariq Nasheed and his hands signal, and I will bring up the crispy doll one more time because I finally found it. I had to enter in a different kind of word so I could find it, because it wouldn't let me find it. I had to do some really research just to find it. So all pro-black has been infiltrated. These guys are not for us. They're the scum of the earth, including Tariq Nasheed. Now, this video, was sent to me by one of my subscribers by the name of Chastity Prejean. Chastity Prejean, shout yourself out. And she sent me this video link, and he's a cool cat. His name is Huggy, or Huggy, Huggi. He's a cool cat. And he did a video exposing Tariq Nasheed's involvement of the so-called Jews. You know what I'm saying? The so-called Jews. And I'm saying so-called Jews because the people in Hollywood who runs Hollywood and stuff, they're not Jews at all. And he did a video that's 7 minutes. And in that video, it was, and I'm going to put the link in the description box. it's exposing how Tariq Nasheed had backing from the so-called Jews. And this is going to explain a lot. But before I go on, I'm going to play the whole video so everybody can hear it. Thank goodness I got this Logitech again. So everything can be filtered through the headphones, which will be very, very low volume. But now that I got this Logitech, I like putting it to work. And hopefully one day I could film myself and people will see me. But I don't know, because of so much bullshit people got to go through. People stalking and shit. Once they see your face, they want to do shit. So I'm debating whether I should show my face or not. But who knows? I just might show my face one day. But till then, just the meme, and you'll just hear my voice. But here is the video that Hughie has. I want everybody to pay attention.
What's going on, people? It's going to be a real quick video, alright? Now, for those who support the Hidden Colors series, Hidden Colors 4, man, great documentary to you, right? If you want to see it, if you haven't seen it, go see it. I'm going to promote it. Let's do the promotion by this. You see, the cinematography is by Luca Mercury, alright? Thank that person. The other person here, visual effects, Ignat Babesi. Alright? The other person who edited the film, Vance Corfu. Now, I know you're wondering, well, who are these three people? Surely they should be black. If we want to talk about the religion of white supremacy, if we want to talk about how black empowerment and supporting black businesses, you should have black people on the payroll, right? Now I know what you're going to say. Well, so what? Jews helped to make the film. If you even say that to me in the comment section, according to Tariq, you'll be a coon. You would be that. So, let's find out. Who is Vance Corfu? Alright, editor. Now he got a couple little LinkedIn information. He lives in Glendale, California. Let's see if we can get a picture here. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, let's go to his YouTube channel. As you can see here, the guy has curly hair, and what we do know is he's not black. The thing is, also, he's a Jew. As you can see here, he does a lot of things. He's a busy guy.
So-called Jew, so-called Jew.
What does he look like? Oh, is that him? There you go. Let's see here. Look like a curly Jew to me. Well, this is not an insult to Jewish people. I'm just pointing out the fact that this particular guy is helping Tariq make his film about hidden colors, the hidden history about black people and black society. Let's look up Ignat Babesi. Alright? Now before we go into the photos, let's go into Yelp. You see here he lives in Encino, California. Let's see here. Can we get a picture of that guy? Let's see if we can get a photo of him through here, because I don't want nobody thinking like I'm making it up. Ready for live stream. As you can see here, he's not a black guy. He's white. Can I zoom in? I can't zoom in there. But that's him. Don't believe me? Let's go back. Let's go on the image search. I went too far. Let's go on the image search. This is him. Ignat Babesi. Safe to say that he's probably Italian or a Jew. One thing we do know, the motherfucker ain't black. Let's go to the next name. Now Luca was a name.
Wow.
That
no
I had no idea.
No black people.
That was involved. But let's just cross our fingers, because he might be black. Alright? Oh, he's not black. Oh, man.
Oh,
okay, here we go. Luca Mercury. This individual, I can't go into the link there because I'm not logged into mine. because I don't want y'all seeing my information, you know. Not that I got nothing to hide, you know. Anyway, let's just go through the image search. We're just going to do it like this. This is Luca Mercury. Take a good look, ladies and gentlemen. This is Luca Mercury. Now, he could be Caucasian, but he could be a Jew. But for right now, one thing is the common denominator is that he's not what? Black. Now, I'm not saying that the guy has to have black people making his documentaries. If he wants the best documentaries, I, for one, I support the fact that if he got to get non-black people to put his thing together, then get your money. Like he says, I pop my collar to you, player. But black people, I'm going to ask this simple question. You want to know history that is hidden. And you have a group of non-black people who are responsible for making this film. You have to be honest with yourself and say that dude is a hypocrite, because why does he even have one white person making his film? Of course you got all the talking heads that are black, but you got a white guy, a group of 3 white men who are very involved with the important elements of this documentary. Let's go over this again. Cinematography, editing, visual effects. Alright? The other crew. Jermaine Broadnax. I don't know who that is. I'm just curious. And we're just going to go off on a limb and look up Jermaine Broadnax, because that's a new name I never knew existed. Give me a second here. Let's hope he's black. Is he black? Okay, he's black. Norfolk, Virginia. He's black. Yeah, well, I'm not saying that there's not black people involved with making the film. But being that, remember when Tommy Sotomayor had simply had a phone call and somebody mentioned the Jewish funding the slave trade, why hasn't that been mentioned in the Hidden Color series? And all Tommy said was, I think that's kind of like, that's something that needs to be mentioned. And he even said, well, since we went in part 3, let's put it in Hidden Colors 4. Even himself said, I'm trying to be in Hidden Colors 4 so I can address that, because black people need to know their history. And that is a part of black history. You know, kind of like how y'all got the Rouge remake, and you black motherfuckers went and watched it over the Memorial Day weekend. You didn't question them. Like, you probably got mad, but you didn't boycott the History Channel, did you? But anyway, it's safe to say that this guy is black. I don't really know. Jermaine Brown, yeah, he's black. That's clear as day. But there's 3 people who are white, or possibly Jewish. But we do know one thing is, what are they? They're not black. Now, what sums this up, people? Is when you talk about Hidden Colors 4, don't just thank Tariq Nasheed. Thank Ignat Bissetti, Vance Corfu, and Luca Mercury. I'm out.
So
let's go on.
So what you have this listen to is all that talk about being pro-black and we gotta take the invest money in our community and shit, where Tariq Nasheed didn't do that. He may have spent some of his money, but he was backed. He was backed by the so-called Jews, which is the reason why, like I've always said, which is the reason why he was not going to expose the so-called Jews' involvement of the transatlantic slave trade, because the so-called Jews helped them. So, and that puts to rest that puts to rest too that Tommy Sotomayor, well, look, his movie ain't coming out. It's been, 3 years? It's been 4 years? Oh, where's a fatherless America? Look at Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed, he got his video out. But that fucking motherfucker satanic buffoon had the so-called Jews helping him. So because he's part of the secret society, as you see the satanic hand symbol right there, he has perks. Tommy Sotomayor doesn't have perks, at least I don't think. So it made sense why Tariq Nasheed, You know, he did want to bring up the so-called Jews. But I'm going to go deeper into that. And I'm coming back with part 2. I'm going to try to do a part 3 series on it because I want to hit like several points home. But I'll be back.